welcome to another episode of Truthfully Evolving, where we spill the truth and nothing but the truth. So, in today's episode, we'll be touching on different things, okay? But before I get right to today's message, please do well to click on the subscribe button to subscribe to the channel. That way, I know you're not a spy, okay? Thank you so much for the following. Thank you for the likes, okay? And if you've been sharing my videos, thank you so much. I really and truly appreciate it, okay? Why I prefer people sharing the video is because um this is like a general message people need to hear, people need to be encouraged as well, okay? So when I get downloads like this, I like to put it out, and that's why you see my face, okay, when I have downloads like this, because I want it to be like, so you know and trust where it's coming from, okay, if that makes sense. Anyways, so um, yesterday I was minding my business, doing my thing, and all of a sudden I heard, what's the word? I heard patience, okay, and then today I heard, what's the word? Final stage, okay. I heard, um, wings to fly and setting boundaries, okay. Let me break this in molecules so that you understand better, okay. Um, Right, let me start with patience first of all. I don't want this video to be too lengthy, but let me just hit like the key points. We all know patience, okay? We've heard about patience many times, but I want you to know this. If you know anything or everything, I just want you to grab this, okay? In this message, in regards to patience, right? You need to understand that if the universe, okay, God wants to deliver something to you, you need to be in a space of receiving, because many times we pray for something and then when we receive it we don't know how to handle it, so we misuse it. So patience comes in when God wants to deliver something to you and God is looking at you like, okay, let's see if you really want this. It is your willingness, how much you want it, okay, determines how well you get it, if that makes sense. So for many of you, you need to understand that for you to transcend to another stage of life, you have to go through the procedure. And I say that all the time. You can't move from point A to point D or from point D to point Z. It doesn't work that way. It's a sequential process. It's a step by step procedure. You have to move from A to point B to point C. That's like the phases of life, and you have to be okay with that. People need to realize that we are here to learn, we are here to live, we are here to become. And when I mean become, I say in terms of becoming a better version of yourself. And in regards to becoming a better version of yourself, you should also allow yourself to learn, okay. And many times we are so scared of change, but only if we knew that change is the code that we need to transcend or to be in a better space in life, okay. Patience for me is almost like in the same line with faith, but patience comes with your willingness. How well do you want it? How much do you want it? Okay, because it's, let's say for instance, you want to lose weight, okay, or you want to gain some weight. You need to put in certain work. If you have to lose weight, you have to go to the gym. If you want to add weight, you have to eat certain foods that will make you add weight and all of that. So it's, you have to do the work, okay. And for you to move to another level of life, okay, you need to realize that you're here to learn. And when you've learned, or you've mastered the art of patience, you move to the next phase. You just be open to learning. If you're resisting change or learning, how would you even grow to start with? So many of you are in a stage where your patience is being tested, okay. So let me say this in a clear sentence so you understand. Many of you need to realize that you are in your final stage, okay. This is the stage where you are about to move to another level, and for you to move to the next level, your patience is needed at this time, okay. And I see that you've gone through series of changes, you've experienced different like series of changes, and I'm speaking to someone that is like, oh, when is this ever gonna come? I've been waiting for all my life for this to come. And mind you, 2023, my guides told me that this is the golden age, so I'm sticking with that. All of our blessings that has been held is coming in, okay. You need to claim that. But I'm saying, like, you've been expecting something like for a long period of time, and you're in this state like, I've done everything, I've done my healing, I've done this, I've done that, what else do you want me to do? You, God, universe. And you're like, the divine is saying you are in your final stage, okay? And what you need now is, um you need to, I'm getting, I just heard capitalize, okay? And I want you to capitalize the word patience, okay? And it's not about you waiting for so long and not getting what you want. You're in a stage where you're mastering something, and it is your patience, okay, and your willingness to get through it that determines what you get in return, okay? I hope that makes sense for somebody. But you're in your final stage, right? And you're about to fly. I see someone flapping their wings, that is about to take off, okay? You're about to fly. But reason why you are in your patient season, this is not because you're going through, I don't want to say you're going through a test, because I feel like, no, I don't feel, I know that you've been through series of tests, but you are in a season where you need to pause, okay? You're in the freeze mode. You need to pause and really understand why what you're waiting for has not really come to you. And the reason why it has not you've not received it is not because you don't deserve it. It's because you need to learn one thing. There's one thing that you need to learn, and that is what you need to move you to your next season. That is what you need to catapult you to fly. That's like you're getting ready to fly, right? You know, when the flight is about to take off, the plane is about to take off, that's what it is. Like, you're about to take off, but you need to, I don't know what they call all of those stuff that they arrange in the plane. You're in your certain season where you need to set yourself, okay? And what you need in this season, or what you're learning, or what God, the divine, wants you to be aware of is, you need to, I just heard, you need to prioritize yourself, okay? um that's for somebody, okay? And I'm also saying, getting like, you need to understand that the reason why you're in this patience season, okay, I call it the waiting season, not the trial season, the waiting season is, um because you need to learn how to set boundaries, okay? I'm speaking to someone that in the past, right, you were someone that you accept anything, you accept everything, you didn't have your voice, you just, if this is like, if this is in a work ethics, right, you don't, you succumb easily. I'm not saying like you being obedient to your boss or anything, but it's like you let people step on you. If this is a relationship, you were someone that couldn't speak up for yourself, but now you're learning how to speak up. You're learning how to set boundaries, and that's why you're in this phase where it feels like everything that you've been praying for manifesting, okay? For those of you that did the 2211 portal, 2211 2022 manifestation, um which is very powerful anyways. But it's like, if you know that you've done the healing work, you've done so much work on yourself, and you're like, when is this gonna come? I've been waiting like all my life for this. When is it gonna come? Let me tell you, right, what you need to learn is to set boundaries. And this could, maybe this is for specific, this is for specific, for specific, my words, this is for specific people, okay? If you know that your problem is setting boundaries, this is what you're learning. You're learning how to set boundaries, okay? How to not settle for less, okay? And let me use me for instance. I remember I was in a relationship, okay, in the past, and I knew for a fact that this was not what I wanted for myself. I knew for a fact that this relationship was not serving me spiritually. It was not where I wanted to be. I had someone that was just, going to church, but was not spiritually inclined, and I needed more. I wanted someone that, is really, really spiritual. You can, I don't mean like people, someone burning sages and doing crystals, because for me that doesn't make you spiritual. That's just like tea, or what's icing on the cake for me. I don't really, I'm not against it, and I'm not into any of that. But for me, spirituality is love. It's who you are on the inside, not about what you do on the outside, because who you are on the inside reflects who you are on the outside, okay? So I don't really think that if I wear crystals or I do burn stages makes me um spiritual, okay, and I'm not saying I am against it, please, okay, but what I'm trying to say is I was in a relationship where I was getting less than I deserve, and this has been like constant problem in my previous relationships, right, where I didn't know where to draw the line. I didn't know when to say no, I don't want, I deserve better, I was okay settling, I was okay, eating crumbs, I was okay taking from the ground, I was okay being, you know being treated like the rest. I was okay being undervalued. I didn't see my worth to know that, okay, I am a queen and I am a goddess that deserves to sit on a throne and act like one and not be like a thirsty person, and when I realized in that relationship that it wasn't serving me for my highest purpose, like it wasn't getting me to where I wanted to be spiritually, emotionally, it was draining. I had to take a step back, okay. And I talked about that in the power of detachment. I had to take a step back to reevaluate my life. So the moment I took my power back, the moment I told myself I deserve better, the moment I looked at myself like I'm a prize, there's a way that you look, sometimes you carry yourself, people see it as being prideful, but for me that's not the case. I was okay being like the backbencher where people would just say things and like, okay, okay, I was that kind of person. But when I realized that I deserve more than what I'm getting, I had to look back, and I talked about that in detachment, okay. If you've not seen the video, you need to check that out. But you need to get to a point where you tell yourself, I deserve better, I refuse to eat from the ground because I'm meant to sit on the throne. The moment you take back your power, the moment you call back your energy, the moment eschew your all of your godnessness, if that makes sense. But when you start assuming and you start working in your divinity as a being, you realize that what anybody gives to you is like a bonus, okay. It is what you give to yourself that really matters at the end of the day. And I talk about self-love all the time. You can't say you love somebody if you lack love in yourself. So for me, this stage of your life is preparing you to know better, is to know what you want, is to demand, ask for more, okay. Like if you're in a relationship where you are receiving like the bare minimum, where someone treats you, if you're like um surrounded with, maybe you're in a relationship with someone that's toxic, or someone that doesn't respect you, or someone that sees you like an item, someone that sees you like being replaceable, you need to realize that the moment you settle for something like that, you've given your power away, and that's not who you're meant to be. Your power is meant to be within you because you carry a God within you, okay. And for me, the moment I realized that, I had to detach myself and take back my power, call back my energy, because that's the moment everything makes sense to you. So that's what the message is all about. You need to be patient because you've not learned how to set boundaries, and the moment you learn how to set boundaries, trust me, you will fly so high that I'm getting like, you need to be in a space where you want more. It's heavy on wanting more. Like, I want a man that respects me, I want a man that loves me. There is nothing wrong. There is something that I detached from a friend because of what one thing she said that really took me off. And I know that there are lots of women that have this mentality, and it sucks, to be honest. That's like, I don't mean to be rude, but for me, that's like the dumbest thing I can ever hear a lady say to me. I feel like when you say that to me as a lady, that means you don't really know who you are, and I can't really connect myself with you. Not because I want to feel superior or I want to feel like I'm better than you. I don't like being in that energy. But it's like, many times you need to realize that you can't teach people what they don't want to learn. It's like, if I want to learn something, I'll go out for it and I want to learn it, and I look for ways to learn. But you can't tell somebody or teach someone that does not want to learn, okay. So she said something. She said she's okay with a man cheating in a relationship because to her, if the man cheats and the man comes back, then that means the man loves her. For me, that's like someone that doesn't know their self-worth. And even though many times I try to explain, this person doesn't want to listen, and that's why I had to cut off myself from that person. So if you have that mentality where you feel like, okay, it's okay for men to cheat on you, that makes you a second person. And I've never seen myself like that. I feel like for me, I know who I am and I bring so much to the table. And if I give you all of me and I don't get that in return, trust me, I will move out of that door. And there is so much I can take, and I can be with you for as long as I want to. It's my decision to be in that, because maybe for me, if I realize that I've not learned a certain lesson and I'm still with you, even though it doesn't make sense to people as to why I'm still with you, I will still be with you, because for me, I know my spirit, my soul knows I'm yet to learn something from you. But the moment I learn something from you, I go out of that door. That's what it is. Okay. So many of you need to stop being okay with people cheating on you. Many of you need to stop being okay with people disrespecting you. Many of you need to stop being okay with people undervaluing you. Many of you need to stop being okay with people not seeing your worth. Okay, because first of all, it starts with you. It's how you see yourself, how you carry yourself, that people, that's how people see you, and that's how people view you. Okay. Okay, so I think I'm going in circle, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So this season of your life where you feel frustrated, you feel hopeless, you feel like you've done all the work, like there's something missing. That's what is missing. You've not really learned how to set boundaries, and this is like the hardest lesson I had to learn in 2022. Letting go of something that you thought you deserve, but you don't really need that. Okay, and I was working um, where I normally meditate, and my guides told me clearly, said, um, because something looks good on the inside, on the outside, doesn't mean they look good on the inside. And that stuck to me deep, because that's the truth. Many times we get so infatuated, we get so carried away by the physical attributes of people, and we forget that the work is not on the outside, it's on the inside. It's who they are on the inside. So when you focus so much on the physical attributes, you forget who the inner work, okay, the internal part of themselves. You lose focus of what you want. So for me, I will always place above anything, right? I'm not saying I don't go for physical look, but I'm saying like I go deeper than what it is. For me, if you're not spiritually inclined right now, if you're not vibrating on my frequency, I can't be around you. So that's the energy where what you're that's what you're trying to learn this season. Why it feels like things is not aligning for you is because you've not learned, or you've not mastered the art of setting boundaries. Okay, and I hope this message is making sense for many of you. So I don't know if I should use the cards, to be honest, because I think I've said so much on this already, but let me just pull one from the soul message card to see if there's anything here. I hope so. Let's see. I really. Okay, so the first card that came out said, "What am I afraid of?" That's the question. I think that's the thing, right? Many of you are really scared of leaving. You're scared of getting up and saying, I deserve better." Many of you are afraid of leaving something that you've known all your life. Many of you are scared of letting go. And let me tell you, it's really hard to let go of something that you've known for a long time. Like for instance, me, like I said, in my previous relationship, right, that I had to detach myself from, it was a very difficult situation. It was a very hard it was like the hardest decision I had to make. Okay, because you know for a fact that at one point, okay, one part, this person is a nice person, is a sweet person, loves you, all of that. But on the other part, this person doesn't resonate with you, like where you want to be. Like there is a place that you've set for yourself. There is a standard that you've put, not like you putting yourself too high, but it's like you know what you want. And if you don't get it, if it's not in alignment with who you are right now, because for me, I have put in so much work on myself, I've done so much healing work on myself, and I will not give room or space for someone that hasn't done anything on themselves, or is not even ready to work on themselves, to pull me down. Because no, I'm not about energy, to be honest. So many of you are afraid, and the question is, what am I afraid of? Many of you are afraid of letting go. But let me tell you something, right? If you don't let go, how will you welcome something come, like something better? Because I said something, I think there's a scripture, I can't remember. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. There's a scripture like that, yes. I can't remember the verse. Oh, okay. But what I'm trying to say is, if something should come to an end, it's because something better is on the other side. And what, I know you've heard this quote, what you want or what you're scared of is on the other side of fear. I think so, but many of you need to realize that fear is an illusion. Okay, I was in the situation where I knew I deserved better, but I was scared. Like, if I leave this person, will I get someone else? If I leave this person, what will become of me? If I let go of the situation, how would this turn out for me? I've been in that situation where it was the battle of the mind, and your emotions will come into play as well. Okay, because of course, love was involved, but you also need to realize that sometimes when you're in people's life, right, you have limited time with people, many people. And I remember telling my sister, I told her the mistake people make is they say, oh, I've been with you in a relationship for 10 years, 12 years, so you deserve it, you're meant to marry me. But that's, for me, that's a trap mindset. If you ask me, this is my personal belief, that's a trap mindset. You need to realize that we are here to learn. Okay, and how do you learn if you don't experience? And how do you experience if you don't meet with people? People are your experience. It's people that make up your experience. Okay, and that's when growth happens, that's when maturity comes in. And you need to realize that it's not how long you stayed with the person, it is what you've learned in regards to that relationship. I can be with you for 10 years and nothing to show for it. Okay, but you need to realize that if you have somebody in your life, if this is a friendship, not, it must not even be relationship. Okay, but I'm just using that line because I've experienced that personally. If this is like a work ethics where you're not being recognized, you're doing so much, you're not being recognized, and you feel like you're having this nudge to move alone. Okay, maybe start your own business, but you're thinking, if I start on my own, will I make it? It's like that when you're about to go through changes. But let me tell you, whatever you're afraid of, it's a clear sign that it's going to work out. And even though it doesn't work out, who cares? I mean, that's why you're here to learn. You see, I feel like people are so scared to learn. That's why they are stuck. But when you embrace change, when you open yourself to growth, to healing, to learning, that's where things just happen for you instead of things happening to you. So many of you could be afraid of leaving situations because you feel like that's what you've known all your life. But let me tell you, if you don't leave, you're holding yourself back from the good things that is on the other side waiting for you. That's what I have to say. Okay, so you take it however it resonates with you. So let me use my other cards. These are my cards, guys. So let me see. What's one card here? Let me see one card here in regards to the message. Okay, it's just, you need to embrace the fact that you're here to learn. Okay, three cards came out. Yeah, okay. This is good. You guys, let me tell you, the first card came out, and many of you need to make a decision in regards to a situation. Okay, and I'm seeing this in regards to an ex. Okay, I feel like some of you could be in this past energy. First of all, you need to make a decision in regards to something, right? Secondly, this could be an ex relationship where you are like a relationship with somebody that ended or that's about to end. Take it however it resonates with you. Okay, but I'm getting here like, if you have someone from the past coming back into your life to try to play mind games, to try to bring you back, like retreat, or bring you back into that cocoon where you've been, that hiding spot, that little space, that box that they fixed you, this person might try to come in and try to lure you, okay, to fall into the trap so that they can manipulate you, so that they can use you how they want. The energy or the message I'm getting here is like, you need to make a decision in regards to that. Okay, I'm getting like you'll be at the crossroad, right, where you have to decide, do I want to be with this same person that didn't see my worth, or do I want more for myself? Okay, that's where you need to stand. You're in the crossroad where you need to make a decision, right, where you need to ask yourself if what you had in the past with this person is better than whatever it is that's coming in for you, because you never know what's coming in for you if you don't let go of what you're holding on to. Okay, and I'm also seeing like many of you made a decision, right? I'm seeing this message in two ways. Many of you made a decision, right? in regards to an ex relationship, an ex friendship, ex job, and that's why you are in this energy where you're about to receive something. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. Okay, that's what I'm getting here. Let me see. Lord have mercy. Let me see. I want to see. You guys, the fact that this message is just colliding is making sense to me. It's That's what I love, and I just don't want this message to be too lengthy, but it is what it is. Okay, okay, yeah, I see. Many of you, many of you were in the energy, like I said, where you're receiving crumbs. Many of you had this. This could also be the way you think. Okay, I'm saying that right now. If this is the way you think, maybe in the past you used to think poor about yourself, low about yourself, you need to start thinking big. Think a luxury. It's not a sin. Oh, crazy thing is, I wish you guys can see my cats, but it's not really. It's messy right now. Okay, but we're working on it. We're working on it. Okay, so it's crazy because with this card fell under the judgment card. The luxury card fell under the judgment card, which tells me here in regards to this message, right, is many of you made a decision in regards to staying put in a place that doesn't serve you or moving into something better. Okay, I will leave that. And then the secret admirer card came under the ex-lover, so which tells me that because you left something, you are about to receive something. Many of you have like a few of you, five of you. Okay, I have like secret admirer, that someone that's already looking into you, like they see you, and that's because you made the move. You left something that wasn't serving you. Okay, that's what I'm saying here, if you ask me. Okay, let me see if one more card comes out. Okay, it's just heavy on something from the past coming back. That's what I'm saying here. Something or someone from the past, trying to reconcile and bring you back into the energy that you left. Okay, I feel like you made a decision to want more. Okay, and this person from the past might be coming in again. Okay, yeah, again. My cards in they're messy. Avoid temptation. Many of you need to. This person might be coming in, right, to offer you something that looks like the deal, but that's not it. Don't fall for it, but use discernment, please, so you won't say I said. I'm just saying what I'm saying here, okay, so you know how it fits in your situation, so take it however it resonates. So let's see, what's the message here? um Many of you just need to realize that you're the prize. And the moment you start seeing yourself that way, that's when people start seeing you that way as well. Okay? You deserve the best. And that's not you being selfish, okay? Or maybe asking or demanding for too much. Okay, it's just that's the energy that you exude. That's who you are. Like, I feel like you need to realize that the relationship, okay, the previous relationship was there to teach you a lesson, and you've learned the lesson. That is putting yourself first, or loving yourself, or needing or wanting more or something. So that's why you met with that person. That was why the relationship happened in the first place. Okay, so you many of you need to trust that the decision that you made was the best decision, even though it seems like you have to start from the scratch, but trust that is the best decision. Okay, I'm saying like somebody that refused this. I'm getting heavy on an ex. Someone that refused to see a situation, and is like, let's say you moved on from somebody, and this person like seeing this and like, no, you can't just leave like that. Okay, they don't want to. This person does not want to. This person is like in disbelief that you left. This person is in disbelief that you moved away. You ended the relationship. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying here. This person is in disbelief that you left because they never thought that you could, because they thought they had you trapped, they thought they had you manipulated, but you got your wings and you flew. And this person, they still don't believe that it's happening. Okay, and that's the moment you made that decision, the moment you removed yourself from that picture, that's where elevation came in. Okay, I see where this card is heading to. Let's see. I know this message is lengthy, but okay, let me use this to see. I want to end the reading. I don't want it to be too lengthy. I know it's lengthy already, but let me just see because the message is clear already. Okay. Um, there might be a communication coming in. This person might be trying to reach out to you. I'm getting, but you know already. You know what you know. You know what you know. Let me just leave that there. Yeah.